everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are brand new, welcome. I'm super glad to have you here. Today's video should be nice and short. It was a video requested by one of my followers to show my Ferragamo collection. So I went through everything and I have some bags, SLGs, accessories, really just belts, and shoes to show you. So you've seen most of this before on my channel, but I guess now you get to see it all together. I definitely have more items from Ferragamo than any other luxury fashion house. I have a couple items here or there from Gucci, from Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Mulberry, Prada. There's a couple other items here and there, but nothing as large as this collection. So I found I really love Ferragamo's leather and quality and the classic history of the brand. I really love it, and I fell in love with it on our honeymoon in Florence, which is where it originated and where the flagship store is. So I will quickly show you my collection. I'm not going to try the shoes on or anything, but I did show them in a recent haul and then also in my shoe collection. So you should be able to see everything there if you want to see those tried on. And I have videos for the bags, so I will link those down below. The only thing I don't really have an in-depth description of are the belts and SLGs. So if you are interested in that, let me know. I'm happy to expand further, but I want today to just be kind of a quick overview. Okay, so I will get started with the bags. I have two large bags and two small bags to show you. So the first large bag is the Ferragamo Becky bag. This is my classic black work bag. Absolutely adore it. I've got a video on it below. I will link that so that you can see it in more detail, but this is a great bag. And then the next big bag is this, which is the Ferragamo Suki tote. There you go. And this is in the New Bisque almond peachy nude kind of color. It's a nice classic bag. I've seen these all over the pre-loved market lately, so if you are interested, this is an easy one to find at a pretty good price point. So I'm happy to also send some links your way if you're interested in that. But this is a nice bag as well. Not my favorite. I don't like that it really doesn't have anything inside. It has just a little pouch like the Neverfull, but otherwise it's empty. So I think that this one will actually be leaving my collection fairly soon, but as of now it's still in there. And this is still a good bag, and I used to really love it. So the video was one of my first videos, and I didn't really kind of know my taste fully at that point. I knew I really liked flaps, and so I did like this bag, but I'll link that video down below so that you can see that in more detail as well. The two small bags are actually the same. They are both the Miss Vera small bag, Miss Vera mini bag, Miss Vera wallet on a chain, and it's even been called the Small Ginny at some point. So in different stores it's called different things, but it is really the Saffiano leather small bag with the fabric bow. There is a new one with a leather bow, which I think is nicer. It's a little bit easier to keep clean, but this is the older model. These are all over the pre-loved market as well if you're looking, but I have it in black and white. Great. These are my everyday sort of throw around casual bags. Absolutely love them. Really nice. I have a lot of videos on these, so I can show you a link down below, my comparison with this as well as the large Ginny and quilted Miss Vera. Don't have those ones anymore. Those have gone to Grace and her handbag, so she's got some videos on those if you'd like to see them. But I also have a video on what fits inside, so I will link that one down below so that you can see that. But if you're interested in this bag, there are a couple different videos on my channel, so go back and search the history of that and you can see it from lots of different perspectives in comparison with different things and what fits inside and all of that. So from bags, we will move on to SLGs. This is the newest thing I have in my collection. This is just called the wristlet or pouch. I love it. I'm actually going to use it as a wristlet, as a sort of a clutch, wristlet kind of bag for a wedding coming up. I'm really excited to use it for that. But it's a great little accessory because it's got stuffing inside, but it's a really great size. It fits a lot of things, and it's nice and easy to sort of clean up because it's that Saffiano leather. So really, you could use this just as a pouch inside your bags. You can use it as a bag. It's a great SLG for a number of different reasons. It's similar size to the pochette accessoire, except it's a little bit longer. So that can give you some ideas. The pochette accessoire from Louis Vuitton. So give you some ideas of what kind of thing you could use it for. It is also a little thinner. It's very thin, so it is a little bit different. It might be better for flatter, larger things than that would be. The next two things, I've talked about this on my channel a lot. This is my key case. I've recently replaced this with the Louis Vuitton small key clay because it's a little bit smaller, so it fits in my small bags a little bit better. But I just can't quite get rid of this one because I really do love it. So this is the key pouch in the New Bisque color. I believe I may have a full video on this, but if not, I will link some of the details about it down below, and I definitely have talked about it in some other videos, so I might feature whatever video I mention this in if it doesn't have its own video. And then the last one is a little key case. So this fits nicely, and when I use this one for a bag, I'm going to use this as my key case because it's smaller than my small wallet. But it's really more of a business card holder because it's got some nice room there. It's a really sweet little piece, and they have a lot of similar card cases that you can find on sale and in the outlets right now. So it's definitely a great one if you're looking to get just like a little SLG. So next up we have belts. I've got 4 of them, so I'll show you them quickly. This is a navy belt. This one is nice because you've got the double ganchillo on the sides, and then it's just kind of more of a classic single ganchillo belt loop on the front. I believe 3 out of the 4 of these are waist belts. This is one of them, and then one of them is a typical sort of hip belt. The next one is this burgundy, beautiful, also a waist belt. This is the classic double ganchillo belt, which is my favorite design. I find this really beautiful, little more subtle than some of the other designer belts that are out there, and I just think that it is still recognizable and beautiful, but a little bit more understated, which is more of my style. So that is this one. And then on burgundy, this is my hip belt. So this one is really just a typical belt, but it's beautiful leather. It's got this nice sort of design across, and it's really nice. It's not reversible, though it kind of looks like it is. It is just sort of this burgundy color, and then I don't know if you can see on the buckle, it says Ferragamo. So this one is really, really understated, but it's a nice one to have. I don't really wear hip belts very often, but I've got a couple pairs of like boyfriend jeans that it's a good idea to have a little belt on there, so that kind of helps with that and keeps it really, really subtle. It makes it easy to throw with a shirt over it if you wanted to do that kind of look, so that it's kind of more flat and not as in your face. And then the last belt is my favorite one. I have definitely shown this on this channel before. This is another waist belt with the double ganchillo logo, but what I love about this one is it is a reversible black and white, so you just undo it right here and switch it around. So I use it the most because I tend to wear a black or white belt the most, and I just love that it's an easy kind of one belt. If I could only have one in my collection, it would 100% be this one. I wear this, I would say 90% of the time that I wear a belt. So I really, really love this one. And it's beautiful, it's stayed in good shape, but when it goes away, I will definitely either have to buy a white belt or a black belt if I can't find another one that's reversible like this, because I just love this one. Okay, so last but not least in my current collection are shoes. Again, if you want more detail on these shoes, check out the other videos where I've gone into a lot more depth and shown modeling shots and all that jazz with them. But this is my flat pair with the cutouts. There actually is a new current one which has laser cuts. It's not exactly the same pattern of laser cut, but it's really beautiful, and I will link that down below. So you can see that. You may be wondering why I'm only showing 1 pair of flats, because in my video last week I showed 2. I will go into a little more detail in that after this. I'm going to cover a couple of the things I'm selling, so you'll be able to see that. But these are the ones that are still currently in my collection. We'll work our way up to tallest heels, I guess. So this is a nice pair of classic short heels, cap toe with this beautiful button detail. Absolutely love these shoes. You can see these in my luxury shoe collection video. I've had these for a little while, but I just find these really beautiful, and they're very, very comfortable. The next I just recently featured in last week's video, but it's the Carla Pump. I'm holding it a little funny, sorry. It's the Carla Pump by Ferragamo. I have it in 2 different colors, both pink. Absolutely adore, love, love, love this heel. It is a really wonderful classic. They have made a couple new versions of it that are really wonderful. So more detail in last week's video, but I will also link sort of the current versions of this down below. And then the last pair of heels in my current collection, also shown in last week's video, and very similar to the new season that just came out because they have a couple taller heeled ones, are these. So just another pair of classic patent Vera bows. Absolutely love them. Nice tall heel, and I will link the current one down below, but also you can see these and all of the other shoes modeled and tried on and all that jazz in the other video. Okay, so I just want to give you a brief glimpse of some of the Ferragamo items that I'm also selling. I always have a couple things here or there because I love Ferragamo and I collect a lot of it. So I am pretty good about going through my own collection and really only keeping the things that I'm using and trying to let other people who are really going to enjoy these other items be the ones to have them. So these ones are one of those little examples. Just got these shoes. I thought they would fit. I did buy them in a consignment store after being on my feet and shopping kind of all day. So they fit me at that point, but then I went to go wear them earlier this week and I found that actually they were a little bit too big. So my feet weren't swollen like they were when I originally tried them on. And I wanted to make them work, but they are a 6.5 narrow. I think they really would fit a 6. They don't have to fit a 5.5, which is my typical size, but a 6.5 narrow would probably also fit in them. So they're really, really cute, but they are going to be leaving my collection. So I will be putting these ones up for sale, and then I have a couple other pairs of shoes and a few accessories and bags to show you for sale. So the other more recent pair that I'm selling are these Bali jellies. They remind me of like the 90s and my childhood. These I had in my collection and I've recently decided that I just don't wear them enough. I actually never wear flip-flops, and when I do wear flip-flops it's like to go get a pedicure, and because these are jellies, every time I do it I'm like, don't do that again, because my feet are always like slipping in and out of them and they're impossible to walk in because you've got lotion on your feet afterwards. So these are a really bad option for that, but if you're somewhere that wears flip-flops and these kinds of sandals all the time, they are a great everyday shoe. They just aren't something that's really working for me. So these are being sold. The other two pairs of heels being sold are both black. So this is a little slingback cap toe, really cute classic heel. These are in a 5.5 regular width, and then I believe these are also a 5.5. Yes, but this is a C. These are a B, which I know is regular width. I believe this is regular width as well, but it also could be a wide. And these actually do fit like they could be a wide. So they have this great little pattern on them, but they're this kind of like wool felty material, and they're really cute with this nice heel detail. So that is these ones, and these ones are also for sale. So I'm trying to quickly go through these, but the last pair of heels for sale are these boots. They are, or not heels, shoes for sale. They are these vintage, beautiful boots. I believe these are also a 6.5 narrow. No, they're a 6.5 regular, but I would suggest, unless you have very small calves and you're a 6.5, they probably would best fit a 6. So they're really beautiful, kind of old classic leather. They do zip up, but really cute little almost to the knee brown boots. Okay, and a quick glimpse into a couple of the other things I'm selling. I'm selling this small French wallet. French wallet you can buy currently, but I'm selling this one if you're interested in that. It does definitely show wear. It's lost a lot of its color. You could get it re-dyed if you wanted to, or you can use it as is. It's certainly functional, but it has a lot of storage, a lot more than I actually need, which is why I got rid of it. Same thing with this one. This is the zip around double Genchio wallet. This is still for sale, and I believe I actually may have a full video on this one as well. Really nice inside. I mean, it definitely is a little dirty, but again, you could probably send it in and have them fix it up, get it all clean and beautiful for you, but if not, it's certainly usable as is. So that's this wallet, and then the last thing in this box is this accessories case, makeup case. I found that the shape doesn't quite work for me. I really wanted it to, but it's just, I just don't need it. It takes up a little too much room in my bags being this size, but it is really beautiful and it's in great shape. So if somebody was interested in this one, this is a really, really nice option. Just wasn't quite something that worked for me in my lifestyle. And the last thing I'm going to show you is a bag. So the last bag is in this dust bag. This was actually one of my very first luxury bags. I bought a bunch of vintage Ferragamo bags, which I think is a wonderful place to start a collection. And I loved this one. I used it all the time. It has this nice strap inside, so you can use it as actually a crossbody. It's very long, or you can use it as a shoulder bag, or you can easily tuck it inside and use it as a clutch. It's a really great size. It's a little bigger than what I typically needed, so it wasn't something I needed to keep, but it's nice and leather lined, and just kind of a really, it has a pocket too. It's a really great sort of first bag, or if you like vintage bags, classic bags. It does totally match these shoes. pretty much a wonderful match, so absolutely love. But it is really, really sweet, and I love the Vera bow. Obviously, is something that you can see I have throughout my collection and really like. So it's a nice bag. It just wasn't getting used in my collection, and I feel like somebody would just absolutely love it, and I want it to be worn because it's a wonderful piece. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any question about any of the items, please let me know. I'm happy to answer anything, and I will link as much information as I have, as well as any of the videos or products mentioned down below. Thank you again, and I hope you have a wonderful day.